Go get it.
Well, hello and greetings everybody, and happy Friday to you. I am your host tonight for Friday Night Flights, Lazerbolt. We're here with the whole gang tonight. We're having a good old time. We're missing Coast and Travis, but yeah, we got a new pilot with us, Midlife Rex. I don't know if he's going to hop into Discord at some point, but it's nice to see somebody flying with us. And yeah, tonight we're going to be taking off out of Denmark, and we're going to end up in Oslo, Norway. Should be a good time. We're doing a nice early morning flight here out of, what is it, Kastrup, Denmark. And yeah, it should be a good time. So grab yourself a drink or a snack or both, and sit back and relax, and we'll have a good flight. So yeah, we're going to be taking off out of here in about 3 minutes. I think 5,000 feet. Well, let's do a 6,000 feet. 6,000 should be just fine. 160 knots will do pretty good with the selection of aircraft we've got going today. So let's try to maintain 160 at 6,000. I hope everybody had a good week.
All good in Florida.
Yeah, me too. All good here in Michigan. It's getting a little chilly. I don't like that. I'm not ready for summer to be over, but it's been nice.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm ready for summer to be over.
We've already had about a full week of roughly 50-degree weather, 50 to 60 degrees, and it's just too much. It's too soon. Well, it's like here in Michigan, it didn't even really get warm until like June, you know, so that was a bit much. It took a long time for the good weather to get here, and then it's gone already. Too soon.
Been real. I live in Washington still. Same town that now is not mine is leaving me. He hosted the server for FSX. Robert Dunn, right?
Oh, Robert Dunn.
Very, a lot of smoke in the air from the wildfires.
Oh, that kind of stuff going on where your neighborhood is. Yeah. Yeah, I miss Robert Dunn. We haven't seen him in quite a while. I think Travis contacted him to see what's going on and to check his pulse. But yeah, apparently he's doing okay. He's just quite a busy guy. Hasn't been able to join us. As far as I know, he's still living in Las Vegas. But yeah, I really miss the guy. He was quite a character. I love that guy. You want to talk about somebody who would do absolutely anything for you. That guy, Bob, just a great fella.
Yeah. Like I remember some people had his phone number and he would wake up at 4 a.m. Fix
Yeah.
the server.
Yep, and he wouldn't even mind. Just a reminder, gentlemen, in 1 minute, we're up and out of here. I think we're going to have to take a slight right-hand turn. Not much of one, but just a slight right-hand turn out of here. We're going to climb to 6,000 feet and maintain 160. See Longhorn Ram taxiing down here. That's good news. When we get up in the air, Longhorn, you're going to have to tell us about that vacation you just took last week. Took your RV out, huh?
I tried to put a picture on there about probably like 7:30 my time, so like 10:30 your time, of our campsite. So I'll have to dig that out and post it today.
Nice.
Because I don't think it ever went through because I had no cell reception at all where I was at.
Oh, I see. You tried doing it when you were still camping. Yeah. Look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I would send a text and then like 10-15 minutes later, I might get confirmation that it went out, or just
Right.
sometime randomly in the middle of the night, somebody sent me a text during the day, and it would just pop in during the night. So
You'll be on your way home, and then your phone rings.
oh yeah, well yeah, once you get back into like town, then it's like your phone goes nuts.
Yeah, that's why I like that Starlink, because it doesn't matter where I'm camping, I can still at least get Wi-Fi. Use that. All right, gentlemen, it is 10 after the hour. Let us go ahead and get these birds up in the air. We'll climb to 6,000, 160 knots. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling.
Copy that, rolling.
Yeah, if anybody would ever want to join us in the air, we would love to have you. We're pretty easy to get along with around here. You can get the information for the flight right in the description of the video on YouTube. So that'll tell you what we're flying and where we're going to. And you can actually get the game also on Game Pass. That's a good way to do it. If you're not sure if Flight Simulator is for you, go ahead and check it out on Game Pass. That's a good way to get it relatively cheap, because it would be a shame to spend all that money on it, and it's not your cup of tea. But yeah, check it out on Game Pass if you want, and join us one of these days. It's been a minute since I've flown this Twin Baron here, but I do remember liking it quite a bit. Bob, are you in the Twin Baron tonight, or are you flying that, what is it called, Sky Courier?
No, I'm in the Baron.
Right on. So we flew that Sky Courier a little bit. They're very compatible with each other, speed-wise and altitude-wise.
Yeah,
And,
similar.
I enjoyed that. I feel like we had some kind of a weird issue with it, though, and I don't quite remember what it was. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it was just something that popped up every night we flew, you know?
Well, we got a POI-rich environment over here.
We do. We should be going over all kinds of POIs as we're exiting town here.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going over a whole slew of them right now. Let's see what we got.
See a castle, a couple churches.
Yeah, the city hall over there looks nice. The Friedrichsburg Palace is huge. I know we've checked that out before. It's really nice. Of course, it's another one of those that has a ton of, like a really nice garden going on. Yeah, this city is so dense. It is really hitting my frames hard right now. It would be nice to get out of here a little bit. Yeah, my frames are just tanking. Didn't happen until after we took off. It's been a long time since I've been to a city that affected my frames this bad, and this doesn't even look like that wild of a city. I mean, it's not like Tokyo or something, you know, New York City. Everybody else doing nice and smooth?
Yeah, got 46 frames on mine. No stutters, anyway.
Yeah, right on.
Yep, pretty smooth here.
Well, at least the one thing is it's nice and smooth with very low frames over here. I don't know what my frames are, but they got to be bad, like 10. Yeah, it's very unusual. Usually my system handles anything it throws at it. So I'm wondering if there's something going on in the background that's causing this.
What are your specs like that?
Sorry, Alec?
What are your specs, Peter?
Oh, the specs on my computer? Well, if you want to check the specs on my new computer, this is for everybody out there. You can check the video I posted about a month ago when I built my new computer. I used a few parts out of my old computer and mostly new. But I don't remember the exact specs of the CPU. I do remember it is 8 cores and 16 threads, operates at 4.1 gigahertz Intel, so that does me pretty well. 32 gigs of RAM, 3600 speed. I'm using a 3060 Ti graphics card. I know you can get better than that, but that is a fantastic sweet spot for bang for the buck right there. That 3060 Ti is quite a beast for the money that you can get it for. And I don't know, let's see, what else do I got going on here? That's about it. It's certainly not a top-of-the-line computer, but it runs this sim great. You know how top-of-the-line computers are. It's never top-of-the-line for long.
That is true.
We have a Kubi, Montana saying hi in the chat. Hi Kubi, nice to meet you. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully you're having a good time. I'm going to increase my ascent here and get out of this here city. Yeah, one of my favorite things about my new computer is it's got like 15 USB ports. It's crazy. I didn't even really do that on purpose. When all the parts came and I was checking out the motherboard, I'm like, good lord, look at this. It's got USB ports all over. That's perfect for a flight sim PC right there. You got to have lots of USB. See now for Midlife Rex, I didn't say anything earlier, but for Midlife Rex has all kinds of weird information there. It says he's in a 208 cargo, and then right after that it says C-130. That's weird. I don't think he's in either one of those. That 208 cargo, that would be a Grand Caravan just like you're in, right, Control Freak?
Yeah, that's what I'm in. Right down to the variant.
Well, once again, the game does a great job model matching. Not. Although I do think it does a slightly better job than it used to. In FSX, it would always substitute. It would give you the same thing no matter what it was trying to show you. It would always give you that big jumbo jet. At least in the new one, it switches it up a little bit. It's a number of times it's given like surprisingly good substitutions, where it's like it was almost like it was done on purpose. You know?
And then there were the substitutions that are not in a Microsoft Flight. See someone coming by in a UFO. Don't know if you remember that.
Way back in the flight days, hell yeah! I think that's what got us all together, wasn't it? That was that was where we all met each other and decided to start flying in FSX instead. Oh, Kubi says hello from Frankfurt, Germany. Well, how about that? Frankfurt, we just flew out of there, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago. Well, guten Tag, or guten Abend. Actually, it's probably morning there. Guten Morgen. Yeah, I do not know what is up with my frame rate. I don't like that at all. We're leaving the town and it's still just chugging. It's not horrible, but it ain't good, that's for sure. Well, Control Freak, we haven't seen you in a few weeks. What you been up to, man?
Not much, just, busy with stuff around the house, whatnot.
Whatnot.
I do a lot of that whatnots when I'm around that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that whatnot will get you.
The laser is holding 6,000. Gonna bump my speed up to 160.
Have you flown the Blackbird C-130 lately, Lazerbolt?
I flew it once last week, but was there a new update that I missed?
No, I was just curious because I've been flying it and I'm having issues with it now that I never had before. And
Oh.
every time I fly it, it's
Oh no, like
after
what?
about a minute or two into flight, everything, the throttles, the autopilot, nothing works in flight deck. Airplane still flies, yoke still works, engines are still running, but everything locks up. You can't do anything.
Oh, that is not good at all.
Yeah, and I thought, well, is it my computer or is it the planes? So I fly a different airplane and everything else works normally.
Huh.
I'll go back to the 130 and everything freezes up after a couple minutes.
That is bizarre. I wonder why that is. Because that's
Yeah, I don't know.
they haven't released a new update for it in about 2 weeks, so how could it be just weird now, I wonder if the sim updated itself and that caused problems.
It may have, I don't know. I've been looking at some of the forums on Blackbird's site, and somebody else posted a similar situation, and he didn't say throttles locked up, but he said everything in the flight deck locked up, which is basically what I'm having.
Yeah.
Because I posted the same thing in the forum, and I don't know if they've responded to it yet or not, but I need to go back and look.
Right. I only flew it around for like an hour. I was just kind of messing around, had some time to kill, and I thought, I'll check that bird out a little bit more and see if I can learn a couple more things about it. And no, I didn't have any trouble at all. I still didn't figure out how to follow the GPS line, but it's a nice bird when it works.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't having any issues for the longest time, but the typical bug, yes. But this thing is starting to lock up. I thought, well, shoot, I've tried everything: reboot my computer, reboot the sim. Everything else, like I said, works normal. It's just does it on that one. Anyway, we'll see.
I am having difficulty maintaining 160. I don't know what the deal is there. Usually this does 160 just fine. I'm going to try to maintain 150 just so we can all stay together.
Well, I'm doing 154, and that's max.
Yeah, it seems like we used to fly 160 on these birds, but maybe not. At least that's what the old flight plans all said.
Is there any wind?
No, I don't think there's a whole lot of wind on the preset weather that I'm using. There might be under 5 knots, but nothing more than that. Yeah, I can maintain around 150 if I'm almost max throttle, and that's not good. Well, these frame rates are really driving me nuts, man. I might just for shits and grins go in and bump all my settings down, just so we can get a little better frames. Y'all might see me pause for just a second, so bear with me.
Copy.
Yeah, set this to medium and see what happens now. No, I bumped everything all the way down to medium, and it's still exactly as bad as it used to be. That is weird. I wonder what's going up. Maybe it's smoothing out a little. Oh well, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stream. It looks a little smoother to me.
Yeah, it definitely smoothed out after a second or two. Well, okay, let's see. We'll leave it like that. It still looks beautiful. We are heading to a little island off the coast of both Denmark and Norway. It's only got like a 3,000 foot runway here. Let me double check it and get us some numbers. Yes, we're going to be inbound for Echo Kilo Lima Sierra at Laeso. Let's see here. It is recommending, well, I do have a 9-knot wind, it says, so it's recommending runway 24. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll do runway 24. It's only 3,020 foot of asphalt. That's big enough for these birds, but we don't have a whole lot of spare room, but it's big enough. So count on that. Count on runway 24. We do not have an ILS. But we have 3,000 foot of asphalt, runway 24. Very, not much elevation either. It's all pretty much sea level, so 24 feet of elevation. We're 75 out from the small island of whatever it is, starts with an L. Yeah, my frames are still pretty crap. That's not fun. Of course, when something like this rears its ugly head, it's always during a stream, isn't it?
Of course.
Naturally.
So, Alec, where are you going to school at?
I'm going to the University of Washington, Bothell, their Bothell campus.
Very nice.
Nice.
I'm just starting my 5th year, but this is going to finish a little bit early. So it's going to be like
Nice.
4.5 years.
Well, you have been a busy boy. I'm not surprised you haven't had the time to fly with us.
No,
Can you
no,
believe
yeah.
Can you believe we've been doing this for about 15 years? It's crazy, huh? Maybe a
It
little
is
longer.
Wild, yeah.
Well, I'm curious to see once we get to this next airport if we still have that flight plan issue that was introduced in Sim Update 3. Sim Update 3 introduced that, like, after the first airport, you can, you know, the second leg, what it will do behind the scenes is it'll add every single airport in between the two airports that you're flying to. So your GPS thinks that you want to visit every single airport, like every 2 miles it's turning you towards an airport, when the map just shows you're going point to point. So that's a little frustrating. You have to fly with your heading bug because your autopilot will get confused with all that. That was just introduced about 2 weeks ago when that new update came. I hope they fix that. Maybe that's what is breaking the C-130.
I'm wondering if it's why your Baron is so slow too. SU3.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
We
I
used to
was
fly
told-
these things. We used to fly these at 160, no problem, and that was pulling the throttle back.
Yeah, I noticed a lot. I fly this Caravan a lot, and I was flying a lot before SU3 and after, and I noticed some major changes to the way the aircraft behaves.
I think that that Grand Caravan you're flying might be a little bit faster than it used to be. If I remember correctly,
It
when
is.
we used to fly 160 knots, and you could barely keep up in that thing, and now you're flying fast. You're way up there.
Yep, I'm having to slow down to stay with the group.
Yeah, that's unusual. That's not like it used to be for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, they're always throwing a spitball at us, keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, that's right.
There is nothing better than getting into Flight Simulator to start to know your computer better. Tell you what, because you're going to learn the file structures. You're going to learn all the nuts and bolts of your computer as soon as you decide to start being a simmer, because you really got to tweak a bunch of stuff here and there.
Yeah, you do have to go under the hood sometimes.
.63 out. In about another 20 miles, I'm going to turn to the right just a few degrees, maybe, I don't know, 340. Not quite yet, though. You can see that island up ahead, though. That's the one we're heading towards. So I see there's actually a football game going on right now, huh? It's unusual to have a Friday night football game. Not unprecedented, but it's unusual. It doesn't happen a lot. But, yeah, it's not two teams I particularly care about, but go football.
Who's playing?
It is the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Chargers. I guess I'm rooting for the Chargers on this one. Why not? Actually, you know what I'm rooting for? I am in a football league, a fantasy football league, so I'm hoping that Kansas City kicks like 10 field goals. I got the kicker. So go Kansas City field goals. Let's go. Get 10 of them. 10 50-yard field goals. I'll be all set.
Could happen.
Good. See, my Lions got to play Green Bay this week, this Sunday. That should be interesting. We've had pretty good luck against Green Bay lately, and that's good. The last few years, that's real good, being that we're division rivals. That is something that traditionally we haven't had good luck against Green Bay, but lately we've been doing pretty good. I'm going to turn right to a heading of 340. Another couple miles, maybe 10 miles, I'm going to bring her down to 3,000 feet. Oh, these frames are just killing me, man. What is going on?
Yeah, cleared up for a moment after you changed your settings. And now
Yeah,
it's
it did.
better.
Yeah. And now it's just right back. You really notice it when you move the camera. Well, it is not tied to my settings. Like I said, I bumped my settings way down to medium, and it's still doing it. So what the hell is going on in the background of my computer? I just reset it about an hour before the flight. Restarted everything. Something's in the background screwing stuff up.
Longhorn, did you break down back there? I'm showing you like 57 miles away.
Yeah, I had to restart it.
Okay.
Lasers descending to 3,000. Yeah, when I get to this airport, I'm going to completely restart my sim, see if that helps anything.
Might want to try and turn your terrain and object level of detail down too.
Yeah, I went in and I turned everything down to medium, everything across the board, and it didn't do much good. Well, I'll turn it down to low and see what happens. That's a ridiculous jump because I was doing most things on ultra. Yeah, this island here we're passing, that is not our island, so don't plan on landing there. Our island is past that. It's much bigger than this one.
There's
Coast. Yeah, how you doing, Coast? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I guess you can hear me.
Yep, got you
sure
loud and
can.
clear. Hey, did you notice our buddy Alec joined us tonight? He's not in there with us, but he's hanging out in Discord. Remember Alec?
Oh yeah, I remember Alec. How you doing, Alec?
Good. How are you?
Fair, partly cloudy. I hear you're in school these days.
Yeah, this is true. I'm finishing up. Finishing up university next quarter. So the spring.
Any plans to either go out and work or go back for masters?
Definitely not a master's. Not in this. I know it's a kind of overused term. Not in this. Is not
Well, after
Yeah,
5
well,
years, you're probably ready to go to work.
that too. Yes.
When may I ask what the degree's in?
Media and communication studies. It's fairly broad, but also pretty easy, which is part of why I did it. But
Good choice too.
yeah, it could be journalism, movies, TV. I could be writing, press releases or copyright, all kinds of stuff. I think it gives me a lot of freedom choosing what I want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go with that.
All I can say is welcome to sales.
No, I've done sales before. Actually, I worked, and I still sort of work as a coverage, but I worked for 5 years at a electric toy trade store doing sales.
Good
That's
experience. Public coming near the public, going to the public is good.
Yeah, I really liked that job. It was very chill, and also, it's not anything like working at Walmart or something. It's very, the relationships you develop with customers is very important.
Oh, hell yeah. The people who like their train
a lot
sets.
Of the job is,
Yeah, people who
Yeah,
like
a
their
lot of
train
the job
sets
is
really know their
bullshit.
train sets.
well, that, and they usually have quite a bit of money, so
Right on.
you want to keep them happy so that they pre-order another $2,000 locomotive or something.
Yeah, keep them coming back.
I have a friend that's heavily in that for the last 40 years.
Well, it's a cool hobby.
I
Definitely not cheap, though.
Definitely not. Probably heard of my store, because my store is is the biggest on the West Coast.
What's it called?
East Side Trains. It's in Kirkland, Washington.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we do a lot of shipping as well, just around the country and some up into British Columbia.
Yeah, my next door neighbor's kid moved out to after he graduated 4 or 5 years ago to work in Seattle.
It's not far. I was actually in Seattle today.
He tells me the prices out there are outrageous.
Oh God, yes, they are really bad. My parents were very lucky that they bought a house in 2009, and so they're set to go. But I'm very concerned about my future. It's gonna be tricky.
I think that's one of the reasons why Bob moved, is because it was getting so expensive out there. Plus, it was
He's
like
out
once housing prices went through the roof, he got a real good deal on his house. He sold it for a whole bunch of money.
And he was in Woodinville.
That's where I live now.
Wow. You didn't buy Bob's old house, did you?
No. But no. He did know my dad because my dad was in council politics, which was kind of strange that he knew him, or knew of him at least.
Small world.
Good luck in everything you're doing, and remember, the job market is going down a little bit right now.
Yes. Yeah.
So we got Sean Guyen saying hi to us on the stream here. How's it going, Sean? He says it's the peak of hurricane season there. So, oh boy, where are you at, buddy?
Yeah, a friend of mine, he is in computer science, and he applied to maybe like 100 places for summer internship. He got one call back. They said, come in for an interview. And he came in, and they said, sorry, we have nothing for you. They wouldn't even interview him. Applied to 100
Well-
places.
Welcome to AI.
Yeah.
"35 miles out, gentlemen." A reminder, when we
Yeah,
get
how's
to
that?
Echo Kilo Lima Sierra, we will be landing runway 24, so count on that. Runway 24, 3,000 feet of asphalt. Everybody watching the stream, I apologize for the low frame rates tonight. I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. We're still streaming. We're still hanging.
Now that
At least it looks good.
Right, as long as I don't move the camera, it's okay. Sorry, Alec?
Now that you're out here in the middle of the ocean, it seems to have gotten slightly better. But still.
I think Longhorn's having trouble with his system tonight, too. He keeps popping in and out. Well, it wouldn't be Flight Simulator if it went nice and smooth all the time, would it?
I'd say he's gaining on us. He went from 57 miles to 56.
Oh, he's still in the game. Okay, that's good because he dropped out of Discord.
Yeah, he must be having some pretty good issues.
So I don't know if you guys caught my latest video, but you know, about 2 weeks ago I went to the Renaissance Fair in Wisconsin there at Bristol, and had a great time. Made a little video about the joust going on, so if you get a chance, check that video out. Give it a like. It is the type of video that typically doesn't get a whole lot of love on my channel, so give us some love. I'm beginning to think that most people subscribe to my channel just to get C-130 stuff. That's about it. Whenever I make a C-130 video, it does okay. Everything else, eh.
That's what you're known for.
Right.
Yeah, I checked on my my link here, and it's heavy in the Ethernet connection areas. A lot of data being transferred.
On what link was that?
On my Ethernet cable.
Oh, I see.
But now that I covered up your airplane with the Ethernet screen, it goes way down. Hold on.
That is odd. The stream should be pretty much the same no matter what. The same bit rate. Okay, the island we are landing at is in sight now, so just a reminder, we're landing runway 24. Yeah, I do like this Twin Baron. It's a nice airplane, but it doesn't hold a candle to that C-130. I love that thing. Of course, the only problem with the C-130 is we go like 3 times as far in one night's flying, so we would breeze right past this entire area of the world in one flight, you know. Later on, there will be some bridges that I specifically marked, and what we do with bridges is go under them. That's the rule.
It's a good rule.
Some of us into them.
"22 miles out. It's going to be a little bit before I turn final here. Well, it's nice to see MedLife Rex joining us. Like I said, we haven't seen him in Discord or nothing like that, but it's nice when a pilot wants to hop in and get in that airplane, fly around on a Friday, have a good old time.
Hey, Longhorn, you made it back in there.
Yeah, had to restart everything. I was trying to get my pictures uploaded, and I hit the wrong button on my VR headset and wound up putting Flight Simulator on a secondary desktop, and it crashed my headset.
Jeez, no, wrong button pressed.
Been there before.
So where was it that you went camping? You said it was somewhat nearby, but you'd never been there before.
Well, I've been by there many times. I kind of work off and on in the area there, but it's right on the west coast. It's just north of a town called Fort Bragg in California.
Oh, okay.
It's about 20 miles north. It's called West Fort Union Landing State Park. So I don't know if you've seen the pictures yet, but one of them is the view out the door of my trailer, and the other one is a view of my trailer and my dog and
Where
my
are
campsite.
Where are the pictures?
I put them in media share.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna check that out.
And then one was a picture of the sunset, another one was the moon setting over the ocean.
Oh, cool.
We had
Yeah,
an oceanfront site.
let me bring those up.
Very nice.
All right, got your solar panels going on out there. Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at those cliffs.
Yeah, it was foggy for the first 3 days, so I put out my portable panels too, just to kind of give me an extra boost, because I was running both my refrigerators, and the portable panels will offset the extra use from the my outside
Right.
refrigerator.
That's cool. I see you got your doggo hanging out on the picnic table, looking cozy, nice and comfy.
Waiting on that steak in
Yeah.
your plate.
Wow, that is beautiful. Your camping spot was like right on the ocean, huh?
Yep, it was nice. You can look out all the
Nice.
windows that face the ocean and see the ocean.
It's kind of
Hear the
surprising.
surf at night.
Kind of surprising you were able to get such a nice camping spot on Memorial Weekend or Labor Day weekend.
Well, no, we went up the Sunday before,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
so it worked out good because we got up there after most people left. There was only like 3 people left in that campground loop, and they all left the next day. And then we had like the
Right.
next 2 days with nobody there. And
Oh,
a few
that's the
people showed
best.
up on Wednesday, and then by Thursday everybody started showing up.
Sounds sweet.
But weather couldn't have been any better. It was like 65 to 70 every day.
Oh, very nice. About another 5 miles, I'm going to turn final, runway 24. Yeah, I'd like to get one more camping trip in before it gets too cold around here. Not sure which direction I'm going to go, but I want to get out of town at least one more time.
It was always headed south. You did that last year.
Yeah, that's what I did last year. I went all the way to Arkansas. That was a little bit too far of a trip. I mean, it was fun. It was nice. That was my first big trip. It was like, 3 days of driving and then a week of camping and another 3 days to drive home. So that was a nice trip. That was a long trip. I was very glad to get home.
Well, the last 2 years, that week, we usually were going to my sister's in Washington, but decided to stay local this year.
Yeah, I am thinking of maybe checking out, because there's so many nice places just right here in northern Michigan. I could drive an hour in any direction and be somewhere I've never been. And they're all lakes and campgrounds and just everything going on,
Yeah, my wife and I used to scout out all the campgrounds when we lived in Toledo. And, there's a lot of them in the area that we kept saying, well, we need to get a trailer because someday I want to come back and camp here. And then we ended up moving before we got the trailer.
Oh. Well, you can still go there if you really want to take a trip.
Yeah, maybe when I retire, become full-time RVers. We'll follow the nice weather.
Yeah, last weekend was the first time I actually had people with me when I went anywhere. I had a couple buddies of mine that wanted to go. So yeah, there was 4 of us. We all went to that place in Wisconsin there, to the Bristol Renaissance Fair. Yeah, it was good. It was nice traveling. It was about a 6-hour trip, so that was perfect. Everybody had a good old time.
Well, that's good.
We didn't spend the night in the RV, which is fine. I mean, because I really only have one bed ready to sleep in, and that's mine. All the other beds have stuff on them. I mean, it's storage. It's a storage room and stuff. But we found a nice little Airbnb. It was beautiful, actually, and yeah, well worth the money. It was an awesome Airbnb. It was like $500, which is kind of cheap, really, for as nice as the place was. It was fully stocked. Even the refrigerator had food in it. It had like stuff to make breakfast and everything. It was fully stocked. It was crazy. And with 4 of us, you know, we divided that up, and that was cheap, you know.
Yeah,
It was
like a
right
nice
on the
little
lake.
hotel room.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Right on the lake. We had a fire pit and everything. It was nice. It was too bad we only spent one night there, you know. If we would have realized how nice that place was, we would have probably stayed a couple more. It's going to be unusual landing without an ILS. We've been having that luxury quite a bit with that C-130.
Barely got a glimpse of you there on my right as I was landing, control freak.
Yeah, I saw you.
So how's that runway? 3,000 plenty?
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it
It's
should be.
pretty coming in.
It appears that my frame rates have fixed themselves. It's nice and smooth right now. Weird. Now that I'm coming in for a landing, everything's smoothed out. Well, I guess I'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, in fact, the trees.
Notice how they got this one tower. It's the only tower in the middle of anything, and it's right at the end of the runway. It's right directly in line with the runway, and it's the only thing within miles. That's funny.
It's just Microsoft's way of reminding you that it's not real life.
That's probably what they're doing. Usually it's the biggest tree in the area right at the end of the runway.
I got a sound clip that I play sometimes when the runways are like that. George of the Jungle, watch out for that tree.
Oh, George would smack right into it every time. Lasers over the threshold. And back taxiing to 2-4. I think this next leg we should be able to do just fine with the same formula, 6,000 feet. We'll try to do 150 knots if we can maintain that. Yeah, I was planning on doing a full restart once I got on the ground, but I think everything's smooth now, so whatever.
Cool.
It makes me wonder if there was something updating in the background, like a Windows update or something downloading. Something was going on in the background, and it ain't doing it now.
Could be.
Could be Steam decided to update every game in my library all at the same time.
Well, on that note, I think I'll leave you guys for tonight. Some things to take care of, but it's been good to catch up.
Yeah, Alec, it
Nice
is
to meet
great
you.
to catch up with you, buddy. For real. Stop in one of these days and say hi. And when you're not busy with school
I
and
will.
work, we would love to see you. Now, like I said, you can get the game on Game Pass if you wanted to check it out. And yeah, we'd love to see more of you, buddy.
I hope to be back. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Take care.
Take care, bud. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Yeah, nice kid. I still call him a kid. I mean, because when he started flying with us, he was like 11 or 12. And then one day he showed up and his voice changed and he sounded like a man. It's like, holy moly, Alec, is that you? Jeez. I mean, he completely sounded like a different guy, you know?
It's funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Time flies, huh?
We sound like a bunch of dads, you know that.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Our boys all growing up.
Exactly.
Well, my friends, I think we can go ahead and climb out of here. Looks like everybody's down and ready to go for the most part, right? Did I see Longhorn around here? I didn't see Longhorn around here. Where
Nah.
you at, Longhorn?
I'm still like 30 miles out, so go ahead and take off.
Right on. Are you in a Baron?
Yeah, and I'm like maxed out at 156 knots.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't go as fast as I used to in this. I don't know why, but oh well.
If you hit that funny key, you can go at about Mach 1 to catch it.
The funny key.
I haven't found that one yet.
Well, if you're using the old 2020 keyboard setup, it's Y. But if you're using the 24 version, I can't remember now
Yeah.
what it is.
The sloop.
Yeah, the
All right, guys.
Slew, yeah.
Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling. Let's get going. Check on the airport information once we get in the air. Yeah, I can see my my GPS is already screwed up. It says my next waypoint is 40 miles away. And I know it's much farther away than 40 miles. It must mean that the next airport is 40 miles away. But we're not going to that airport. So I guess I'm flying a heading bug from here on out.
I still think if they're going to put a opening and closing glove box on this Baron, they should at least put something in it.
A bologna sandwich, a bottle of something.
Dog treats is what they put in a lot of them. Or at least the that goose always has dog treats in there. So Coast, what's the temperature like for you guys? It's been cooling right off around here. We're 50s and 60s. And it's been windy as hell. No comms from Coast.
Yeah, we started dropping yesterday.
Chilling down a little, huh?
Yeah,
So I know most people west of us, it's really hot right now.
Well, it usually is here till mid-October at least. But we're supposed to be, well, we're 88 today, but we're supposed to be like low 80s tomorrow and Sunday. But then there's a hurricane that's hitting going up through the Gulf of Mexico, and it's supposed to bring some weather to us where we're only supposed to be in the 70s for like the first 4 days next week, and chance of rain, which is very unusual for us in September.
Well, I would love 70 degrees right now. Like I said, it just feels way too soon for summer to be over. It took forever for it to get here, and then it only lasted like a month and a half. Got Longhorn out there catching up to us. Sean asks, where are you from? Myself, I am from Michigan, from northwest Michigan, the good part of it. I always thought it's quite a shame that whenever you mention Michigan, the first thing people think of is Detroit and Flint. And it's like, those guys are so far south, that's like a whole different state, man. That's not really that's not what I consider Michigan. Until it comes to football, go Lions. But it's just like 98% of Michigan is absolutely beautiful. And then there's Detroit and Flint. Climbing through 5,000 for 6,000. Like I said, I'll be lucky if I can maintain 150. So I'm going to be between 1.4 and 150. Try to keep everybody together a little bit. Oh, you guys got way ahead of me.
You're in front of me.
I am? Oh, you know,
Yeah,
I'm looking
you're
at the
about a
wrong
mile.
airplane on the map. Durr. I was looking at Medlike Rex. Whoops.
Yeah, he just took off.
Alright, good beans. Got Longhorn Ram. Looks like you're coming in, doing a touch and go or something.
Yeah.
I'm level at 6,000.
Well, I can hit 200 knots when I'm going downhill.
Oh yeah. I did too.
Right? Yeah, I didn't have any problem hitting 160 on the way into land.
Not seeing the runway though. I know it's close. I'm about 3 miles out.
Yeah, it's not a really long one, but it's pretty wide. It's easy to spot when you get close enough.
What's the surface?
Asphalt.
Okay.
I don't know if they've got lights, but we won't need them.
Yeah, but this island still has lights on it because it's dark here, or not
Super.
dark here, but
But early.
it's yeah. And then I've got a high level of clouds, so it's like shading the entire ground, so it makes it really hard to see.
I'm just stoked that my frame rates fixed themselves. I was a little worried about that. Like I said, even turned down all the specs on the sim. I turned everything down, and the frames were still terrible. That was a bad sign. Smooth as silk now. So here's a random thought. Any of you guys ever played that game called Stray? Or heard of that game called Stray? It's about a cat.
I haven't played it. I believe my daughter's fiance had us buy it for him for Christmas once.
Right?
And that's the only thing I knew about it.
Well, I bought that game probably close to a year ago and thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. That's the kind of stuff I like. I'm so over first-person shooters and stuff like that. I'm so over it with, 20 years of video gaming and 90% of the games out there, you're just trying to kill everything in sight. It just gets old. So I don't do Fortnite and stuff like that. It's not my thing. But I saw this game Stray, and I thought, yeah, I'll check that out. That looks kind of cute. And it's adorable. And it's not just a cute game. It's a really good game. It's a good, high quality, great puzzle, adventure, and it was very good. I enjoyed it. But it's like a lot of games I get, I'll play the hell out of it for like a month or so, and then I'll take a break and never go back to it. I don't know. I can't be the only person that ever does that. That it's just like I've got a whole bunch of games that I really enjoy, but I never finish them. Anyway, I finally got around to. I was bored the other night, and I thought, well, I'll pop in that Stray game and see what's going on there. And once again, got super hooked on it and just played all the way to the end and finished it up. And yeah, if you get a chance to play that game, it's fantastic. The ending is amazing, and I really enjoyed every minute of it. Alrighty, our next marker on the map is the Tjorn Bridge. So yeah, the next marker is not an airport, it is a bridge. We will be going under the Tjorn Bridge, and that'll be cool. What could go wrong?
I was flying GPS line all the way to it. It's gotten me in a straight line to that bridge.
You're still following GPS?
Yeah.
Handy. You know what? Maybe they did fix that, because that seems like something that would be a big deal breaker for a lot of people if you can't make a proper flight plan, you know?
Yeah, I've still got all my regular markers and stuff.
Yeah, well, it doesn't affect the map. It does something in the background. The map looks correct, but it just adds all kinds of weird shit in between each airport. Like your GPS will be trying to take you to every single airport in between the two airports you're going to. At least that's what it was doing the last 2 weeks. Of course, that was also while we were flying the C-130, so it might be related to the C-130, who knows.
Yeah, it says my next marker is FPL 000 and it's 51 miles out.
That sounds about right. It's close to 50 miles from the airport. Or that last one. We're currently 22 miles out from the bridge. Oh, my frames are getting weird again. You know what? I wonder if it's one of you guys' airplanes. Like when one of y'all gets closer to me, it starts screwing up my frames.
I can
Well,
tell you
does-
that the, go ahead.
I was going to say, it does say that Midlife Rex is flying the Blackbird 130.
That's weird because I don't see him in that at all. Well, it says he's in
Yeah,
different
it
stuff
seems
for.
to see him in
Oh, I'm
something
sorry,
different.
not the Blackbird. Yeah, not the Black. It says Captain Sim Lockheed C-130.
Right, but I don't think that's
this-
what he's in. Everybody's seeing him as something different.
That's
Yeah, I
true.
don't remember what I saw. But that's just what the description says to me. It says he's in a C-130.
Well, he is
can
getting
tell you
closer.
for-
Like I said, he's close enough
for a
that I
couple-
can see his airplane now, and as soon as he came in view, my frames went to they went bad again. So
For
I
a
wonder
couple of
if it's
weeks, I would
Midlife
join
Rex.
the Friday fly-in, the MS official Friday fly-in, which is one of the biggest group flights you can join. And every single time I did it, especially during takeoff and whenever there were a lot of planes around me, my sim was unflyable. It was a slideshow. And I turned all my settings down just specifically to fly that group flight. And that fixed it. I turned my LODs down to like less than half of what they were, and I turned everything that was in ultra to low, and that fixed it. I was able to fly that particular group flight smooth as silk.
That's good news.
So you can be affected by other aircraft, though. That's the point.
Yeah. Well, I wonder too that sometimes it used to happen at FSX all the time, where it would be one particular airplane that's causing a problem, and it's not the airplane itself; it's on my end. Like my sim is trying to do something with that airplane, and I don't have that airplane, and it's causing issues on my end. Now everything's squared away again, but I think it's because I think Midlife Rex is way in front of us now, so all of a sudden my airplane's going smooth again. Weird. When he was behind me, it was screwing up. Very strange. Now that he's in front of me, everything's good again. So I'm going to descend down to about 2,000 feet and get ready to go into that bridge. We're only about 14 out. Got the bridge in sight. Perfect. Looks like it's lined up just right for us to go under it.
I'm just off your right wing now, Lizard. You see me?
Gotcha. Looking good, Bob. Yeah, everything's smooth as silk right now. Yeah, it looks like a decent suspension bridge happening over there. .4 miles from the Jorn Bridge. Yeah, got Control Freak hitting that bridge right in front of me. Not hitting it, but going under it. Good luck, sir.
Hopefully not hitting it.
No, hopefully not. It's pretty tall.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one here. Nice. That's a rookie bridge right there.
There's another bridge on the other side of it. Actually, two of them.
Got a big barge down here. Tugboat. There is something in the water down there that is really, really fast. And it just hit the shore. It just hit the shoreline. Looked like a speedboat, but it was so fast that there it's still going. Do you guys see that? If you look on the stream, you'll see what I'm talking about. It looks like a speedboat going like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
I don't see it from my perspective, but I see it on your stream.
I wonder
You
if
know,
that
I
is
think I've
directly,
seen that.
that might be directly underneath Control Freak.
It is.
I was going to
Yeah.
say I have seen that effect where it looks like there's something in the water, and it's actually tracking a plane in the sky.
Yeah, that's way too high for that kind of animation.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that before.
I'm still looking for those other bridges that Bob was talking about.
Oh, they were
This
back at
is-
the same one we just went under.
Oh, were
they
they?
were just, yeah, they were attached, but they were on the other, like, going either side
Let's see.
of the land.
Well, our next POI is taking us to the Uddevalla Bridge, and it's right there. We're not too far. It's weird. There's not a wind farm here, but one wind, it's not a windmill, but one turbine, just one. You know how much good that does anybody?
Depends if it's personally owned. It's in their backyard.
Right, it's just a farm here or something.
Right. Rest of the
fire.
house.
That is one big bridge coming up.
Yeah, it sure looks like it.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be easier than the last one. Thanks,
Well, you
last
can go way to
week's.
the right or way to the left if you want to make it trickier. Looks like the middle of it's plenty tall.
Yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself.
Yeah, I'm sticking to the middle too. After we go under this bridge, I am going to climb back up to 5,000 because we're not too awful far from our next stop. Nice control, got right under there. Nice looking bridge. Super modern. Climbing 5,000. Well, what do you say we come in on runway 1? Mostly because it's pretty much straight in.
Copy 01.
Yeah, 01. I only have a 4-knot wind here, so it shouldn't cause too much problem. Not a very big runway. It's shorter than the last one by a couple hundred feet. We have 2,800 foot of grass. So look out for the 2,800 foot of grass runway. That is going to be at Echo Sierra Golf Yankee at Saffle. So count on that, runway 1, relatively straight in. I don't think we'd be able to get a C-130 in there, but these ought to be just fine. 50 miles out. Captain Hopper has hopped in and says, "Greetings, Earth Things." Well, greetings right back to you, Earth Buddy. How you doing? I hope your stream went well tonight. The flight itself was going pretty good. Real good. We just took off from, we just went under a couple bridges. That's always fun. I like doing that. We are approaching our penultimate stop for the evening, which means we're going to take a quick 10-minute break to grab a snack, use the restroom, or do whatever you need to do. Maybe reinstall the game, or to just install the game so you can meet us at that airport. If anybody's interested in flying with us, please do. We always have a good time around here on Friday nights, and yeah, we'd love to see you. You can get the information for the group flight right in the description of the video itself. That'll tell you what we're flying and where we're going to, and there's a little button there. You can subscribe if that's your kind of thing, so do that. That's fun. And yeah, get the game on Game Pass, and everything is all covered. Climbing through 4,200 for 5,000. Reminder, we're going to be coming in on runway 01. And it's grass, so keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be hard to find.
Take care there, Laser. I got to take off now.
Time to head out, A-Coast. It's always good seeing you, man.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Yep, you
See
too.
you Friday.
Catch you on the next one.
Yep, take care, Coast. Have a good week, buddy. Holding 5,000. Yeah, Longhorn, one of the things I really like to do is, like I said, I want to take one more trip this year. I wouldn't mind going back up north to the UP. That was a really good time. But I'm just worried that if it's this cold here, it's going to be colder there. But it ain't going to snow yet, so what am I worried about?
You can see snow in October there, so
Yeah,
get
that's
it in
true.
before October.
Yeah, you know, actually, it's almost tradition around here where it snows on Halloween. There's so many years that our first snowfall is Halloween night. I don't know why it is. It happens all the time. Halloween night, it snows like mad. Which is a good time to snow because everybody's dressed warm, you know. Costumes are warm.
Yeah, I got one more trip this year from around October 5th through the 12th, and came across the ideal campsite. So we're going to try to hit it in October.
Right. Yeah, this time of year campsites are a little easier to get.
Yeah, this is another first come, first serve, and it's just completely surrounded by redwoods, and it's just this huge dirt plot in the middle of it with a big fire pit and a table.
Really?
And
Yeah,
a
that
creek
sounds like
that runs right behind it, so I can fill up my trailer with the water from the creek.
Wow, that's like that sounds like the site that everybody's trying to get.
Yeah, well, we drove through there on Wednesday last week to scout out the campground, and there was nobody there, but by the time we left, there was somebody had pitched a tent, and I'm sure they just set the tent up to have it ready for Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds really nice, actually.
Hoping going up there on Sunday again, I'm hoping that site's empty. There's actually like 5 or 6 of them in that campground that look really good that we're going to try to get to, but this is like, I've never camped in a site that good before. Now solar will be completely worthless there.
Oh, there's too many trees, huh?
Yeah, it's just completely surrounded by trees, but I've got a generator on the back so I can run that every few days to charge the battery back up.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, my Starlink would not work if there's trees up above. That's the one thing.
Yeah,
Starlink is picky. It wants a completely clear sky. I mean, clouds are fine, but if you got a tree overhead, it ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, I was surprised. I actually made pretty decent amount of solar even when we were overcast and foggy the first 3 days. But once the sun came out, then my battery was fully charged by noon every day.
Yeah. Yeah, mine does really good too. Well, I camp all by myself too, so I don't use as much electricity as the whole family would, you know. So my solar panels are always charged pretty much as soon as the sun comes up. They're fully charged again.
Yeah, well, I've got a 12-volt refrigerator inside, and then a little mini dorm fridge outside my outdoor kitchen that's running off an inverter, and my whole trailer is running off an inverter. So.
Oh yeah. See, one of my biggest draws would be my refrigerator, but I run my refrigerator off of my LP gas, so that works pretty good. It's super efficient too. I filled my tank. Yeah. I filled my gas tank, the LP, the natural gas. I filled that at the beginning of last year when I first got my RV. I filled it up, and I've been using that refrigerator ever since, and it just finally got down to half a tank. So in a year and a half, I've used a half a tank, leaving that fridge running all the time. Even when I'm not using it, I leave the fridge running. Just, you know, because I got stuff in there. You know, I don't want to have to drag everything in and out of there every time I want to go camping. I just leave it in there. Plus, I was curious.
The refrigerator on propane, the burner for it is basically about the size of a pilot light. It's just a little bit bigger than a pilot light, so it will actually run about 3 weeks solid on a 5-gallon propane tank.
Yeah, I think this is a bigger one than that. It's at least a 20, and it's like I said, it's finally down to half, and it's been running relatively. It's been running all ever since like spring came around. I turn it off in the winter because I certainly don't need it in the winter. But yeah, it's been running for a few months now, plus last summer, and it finally got down to a half a tank. Like I said, kind of curious to see how long it would last. That's why I did that.
What's your speed, Lazerbolt? I'm just curious.
My speed is 153. 153.
Okay.
I might have pulled out ahead of you there a little bit. All of a sudden, now that we're only at 5,000 feet, I can maintain a lot higher altitude, or a lot higher speed.
I'm doing 158 at 5,000 feet. But I just wondered how you got so far ahead of me. I mean, you're not a long ways ahead, but it's just almost a mile, I think.
No. I think we're about 21 miles out from that grass strip. Like I said, we're landing runway 1. Bear that in mind as we search for that place. And we're going to take a quick 10-minute break once we get there. I could certainly use a cocktail. All right, we've got an 18-20 ball game here. Chargers are winning. Just by barely, 7 minutes left.
Is that the game in Brazil?
It is.
That's probably why it's on a Friday then.
Yeah, they occasionally do a Friday game. It's usually like a holiday or something. I think last year, like maybe Christmas Day was on a Friday or something, and they had a game just because they knew everybody was off, you know. This one, not 100% sure why. The 18 points is an unusual score. Hopefully that's mostly field goals.
It's a lot of field goals if it is. Or three touchdowns with missing the extra point on every one. So either they got a good kicker or a horrible kicker.
Well, my kicker so far has scored me 7 points. All right, good deal. Wonder what that breaks down to, a 40-yarder and a under 40-yarder? Something like that. 7 minutes to go. We need 3 more field goals, buddy. Come on. I'm counting on you.
That's a lot to ask.
That is a lot to ask. Well, it looks like our buddy Midlife managed to find the airport, so that's good news. Hopefully he can guide us in.
How long is that runway?
2,800 feet. It's not very long. That last one was 3,000.
Well, that's stretching it even for C-130 then.
Oh, a C-130 probably wouldn't have a very good time getting in and out of there. It might land, but it'd have trouble taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing, it should do just fine. I mean, it'll be close, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, I stopped with them probably 500, 800 feet before the end of the runway on that
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah, if you come in nice and smooth, you should be all right. Hey, Bob, see him sneaking up over here. Caught up to me.
I did.
Yeah, this coffee is okay, but I can't wait to grab myself a cocktail. I'm ready. Alright, we're only 11 miles out, or 13 miles out that is. Should be able to see it here before too awful long. Also, I should bring my ass down a little.
See a marker for it coming down.
At least the sun's not right in our eyes on this one.
Yeah, I did an evening time setting on this one.
Did you?
I'm starting to get a little bit of a sunset. It's
Ah,
looking
nice.
good.
Yeah, I still got those nice early morning colors. The sun's fully up. Control, do you have sight of the runway?
I do not.
I was hoping you did. I was going to follow you in. You'll
Oh,
probably
you can
still
follow
see
me,
it.
and I'm
You'll probably
doing
still see it
I'm
before I
doing a
do.
visual.
Yeah, you're about 2.5 miles in front of me, so you'll see it first.
Yeah, I'm going to make a slight left turn in about a half a minute, and I'll be lined right up.
Yep, according to the map, I'm looking all right. I just don't see it yet. We're getting close. We're within 10 miles. I should see something.
There's my final turn.
Reminder, gentlemen, this is our penultimate stop, so 10 minutes once we get down. Yeah, I'm 5 miles out, got no sign.
4 miles out.
I think I might see where it is.
Yeah, me too. I think it's darker than the grass. I'll give you a heads up in a minute. I'll be down.
Is that the runway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I'm on
like Wingnut's going to beat us.
Oh yeah, it is just slightly darker grass than the rest of the grass.
Yeah, it's like dirty grass.
I'm gonna slow down before I overrun you.
500.
To your left, control. Oh, this looks like one of those glider ports.
Gliders.
Some gliders here.
It
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
neat.
it's pretty cool though.
I'm not sure if we landed on the runway or right next to it, but it's all the same. Alright guys, let's call it 5 to the hour. So at 5 after the hour, we're back up in the air. grab yourself a drink and a snack. Take a second to hit that like button and subscribe.
According to Little Nav Map, I nailed it right on the center line.
Nice. It did look good. I don't know if this is all a runway. If it is, that's a pretty wide runway. That's nice.
Yeah, according to
wide
Little
runway to
Nav
get-
Map, it's right where I'm back taxiing. This is the runway.
Okay, you have a little slightly different color-ish.
Yeah, there's kind of a line in the grass on both sides of me too. On one side it's greener, on the other side of it, and on the right of me it's lighter. But there's a distinct line on both sides.
This is one of those airports that's like back in the day, if you didn't have GPS, how in the world would you ever find this? You'd have to have a guy standing at the end of it with a couple flashlights or something, you know, waving you in.
I'll park right on the threshold so you can see where the start is, and I'll try and be in the middle. Yep, supposedly this is the threshold.
Globo likes the nice flames on my airplane. Those are nice flames. I expected to see Midlife here. I thought I saw him on the map, but there's no name tag.
He was here earlier. I saw him, but I guess he dropped out. He's maybe got tired of waiting on the side. I don't know.
Like, he might have just went point to point and didn't realize we were going to stop to go under those bridges, and he got here way before we did, you know what I mean? And then that,
Yeah.
he might have took off already. He might be waiting for us at the last airport. Well, in about 3 minutes, we're going to be taking off runway 1. This actually seems like a very long runway, longer than 2,900 feet. But when it's all grass, I mean, I guess it's all a runway, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, I don't see Control Freak's airplane anymore. I just see him sitting there. Looks like he's in a lawn chair.
I see what you mean.
He's just chilling.
I don't need no stinking aircraft.
Yeah, who needs it? We're gonna
I
take it
think
dramatic.
I see your airplane coming, Longhorn. I see you in the sky now.
He's finally on the way. Oh, there he is. He's here.
Yeah, I put it in overdrive.
There you go.
I just wanted to use you guys for reference, so I knew where I was going.
All right. It's a bigger runway than it seems like it would be, but it's pretty big. Once you see it, it's big. Giggity.
And we're all sitting right in the middle of it, so no worries.
Mm-hmm. Just for your information, we are at the very beginning of the runway, so if you go just past us, you'll be all right. Looks like you're overshooting a little.
I don't know if it's a dark spot or the light spot, so I'm gonna
It's kind of
go
all
to
the
the
same.
light spot.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind
the
of all the
dark
same.
bit.
It is a little bit lighter than the stuff to the right of us.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
According to the little nav map, I'm right on the center line at the threshold.
There you
And that
go.
was
Nice.
a perfect landing.
You hit them brakes, buddy. Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, the grass is definitely shorter on the runway.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and take runway 01. We're going to be out of here in less than 2 minutes.
Copy that.
We're in the end game now.
Hopefully my aircraft will come back.
Yep. You look like Wonder Woman, her invisible jet.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't see you at all. Just your name tag.
Really, you don't
I
even
don't
see him
even-
sitting there. Well, maybe when you get
Nope.
closer.
Yeah, maybe that might be it. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, yep. Yeah, as I got
Yep.
closer, yeah, he's just like sitting in a lawn chair floating above ground.
Yeah, at first I thought maybe he was paused, but nope, there he is. All right, gentlemen, it is 5 after the hour. Let's get these birds back in the air. We're going to take a left-hand turn to get out of here and back on track. 6,000 feet should do it. I don't see any mountains in the way. Well, maybe a little bit. We'll go up to 6,000 feet and then we'll play it by ear once we get closer to Oslo. But next stop, Oslo, Norway. Lazerbolt is spooling up and rolling.
Rolling.
You know, I used to be able to see your name on the side of your plane, but they took that away from us now.
Yeah, I don't know if they took it away on purpose or it just went away by accident, but yeah, same. The last time we were looking at name tags, I did see somebody with a name tag, but it wasn't everybody like it's supposed to. And that was close. I barely made it out of there.
At least I see you in the black livery, and I see Longhorn in the white Baron.
Yeah,
White
both
bird.
of you are both of you are in the black with flames to me.
That's what I'm in.
Yeah, Globo noticed I almost took out that tree. It was very close.
You say he was going up to 5,
6,000 actually.
6.
Yeah, there is, according to the map, a little bit of elevation. I didn't check to see exactly how much elevation. But I think 6 ought to do it. When I was making the flight plan, I did run it through a little nav map to check all that stuff, and I don't think it was too high.
Yeah, 3,000 is probably enough, but we can go up to 6.
Yeah, and give us a little better ground speed on this last leg here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there is a chance that my flight plan is working properly, and it's been the first time in 2 weeks if that's the case. Which also begs the question, was it the C-130 that was causing issues, or what's going on there, you know? That would be odd if the C-130 could actually affect your flight plan. Yeah, I do enjoy this Twin Baron. It's almost too simple, though. You know what I mean? You can fly it without even thinking about it. It just flies itself.
Sure does.
Yeah, I'm happy to report my GPS line seems to be working just fine now. It's not screwed up in the background like it has been the last couple weeks. We're on the last leg and I'm still following the plan.
Sounds like it really might have been the plane then.
Maybe. I was just thinking I hope they fixed it instead of it being the plane. But I haven't heard about a new, like a patch. As a matter of fact, when I launched the game, they were talking about Sim Update 4 already.
Yeah, you can do the beta for 4 already.
No thanks.
They can do server-side patching, but stuff that really changes the way the sim looks and works, they have to do a sim update.
Right. From what I hear, they wanted Sim Update 3 to be the last one where they fix bugs. And in Sim Update 4, all the bugs are supposedly fixed and they're just adding new features. But good luck with that. I don't think that's how stuff works.
Now, they even broke a few things that weren't broke before, so...
They did,
they
such as the flight plan.
Work to do.
Yeah, such as the flight plan. That started happening the day I updated.
Yeah, it'll get better over time. That's about all you can really say.
Yep, I agree. I'm a pretty big fan of the sim already. It just
It's better than nothing
it's
at all.
oh hell yeah, it's way better than anything I've ever played. Which that gets on my nerves a little bit. Where even to this day, you'll see people in forums and stuff that are just calling it unplayable garbage, and it's just the worst thing ever. It's like, man, oh man, are you playing the same game I am? Because this is far from unplayable garbage. This is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely better than, it is now better than 2020. There was a time where 2020 was so stable and worked so well that it was actually hard to choose 24 over it. But 24 always looked better. The scenery and everything, the effects, definitely superior.
Wow, we got the whole community coming in here today. Look at this. We got producer Steve, Jared Wiette, we got Brady and JMB saying howdy Laser, and hey Laser in that respective order. Hey guys, how you doing? Did I miss a meeting?
You missed the memo.
I missed the memo. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Happy football season. My kicker scored 5 points so far. As a matter of fact, I think the guy I'm playing against is JMB. That is exactly who I'm playing against this week. Right on. Producer Steve's just saying hi while they finish Zelda. Talk some football. Right on. I wasn't sure you were even streaming tonight. Yeah, JMB, I was really hoping Butker would score like, I don't know, 10 50-yard field goals. That'd be nice. Mandalorian Jedi says hi, Laser. Well, hi right back to you. Happy Friday, all ya. Hopefully you're enjoying life and having a good time on Friday. Maybe even a cocktail. We are on our last leg to Oslo, Norway. We should be in Oslo within the half hour here. I don't know what goes on in Oslo, but it's got to be good, right? It's Friday night. $68 out. When we get to Oslo, which is Echo November Golf Mike, let's see here, at Gardermoen. How about when we get to Echo November Golf Mike? We're going to be landing on runway 01 right. So keep that in mind, 01 right. We're looking at 9,600 feet of asphalt with an elevation of 600 feet. If you guys want to try your landing skills here with the ILS approach, we do have an ILS feather. The frequency is 110.95. Count on 111.95 when we get to Gardermoen. This runway 1 is at a magnetic heading of 110 degrees. Actually, that would be 011 degrees, so count on that. 011 degrees magnetic when we get to Gardermoen. Still got a little bit to go, but keep that in mind. Runway 1 right. There's a big asphalt runway. We shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Slow down. I'm going to go right through you, Longhorn.
I slow down. I'll let you get in front.
Hello.
There you go. Wow.
Oh, you're still climbing. That's what it is.
No, not still climbing. I'm at 6,000 feet, but I got too far ahead, so I backed it off.
Right on. So it was a pretty nice flight tonight. I enjoyed that, leaving out of Denmark, hitting those bridges, or going under them anyway. It was fun. So I didn't see the end of that football game. Who ended up winning that? Chargers, perhaps? It's got to be done by now. I went right through you again, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know how I got in front of you again. Oh, you're going like really slow. That's what.
Yeah, I'm only going about
only at
140. Yeah, I'm going to try to maintain 150.
Okay, because I was at like down to 120 to the point where I was going so slow, my nose was getting lifted up.
Oh. Yeah, when I reached altitude, I pulled back on the throttle. It slowed me way down to 1.3. So in about another, I don't know, 15 or 20 miles, I'm going to jog to the left a little bit, and that will get us lined up for runway 1 right. Yeah, Bob, I'm going to check out that Dirty 30 later on this week and see if I can replicate that problem you were having with it, just out of curiosity, you know?
Yeah, do. I'll check back with you later next week if you do it. I did put a comment in the forum to see if he would answer it, like I did before when I had that hole in my plane. He did tell me how to fix that. So.
I imagine they're pretty busy right now since they just moved it from alpha version to the pre-beta version. That's keeping them real busy with people, questions and comments and fixes.
Yeah, it took him a couple days to answer my last one, so I expected that. So we'll see. But somebody else had a similar comment. They just phrased it different than me. I found his. So between the two of us, maybe we'll get an answer of what's going on. So
Right on.
we're both having the same trouble.
Well, if there's other people having the same problem, they're almost for sure aware of it, and that's good news.
Yeah.
Are you in the white and blue Twin Baron Longhorn?
Yeah.
Good news. Hey, looks like it's actually showing the correct airplane. That's a step in the right direction. Plus the flight planner's fixed. All good news.
Yeah. And I'm seeing him in the white and blue, and I'm seeing you in the black and the flames.
Right on. It's nice when it works like it's supposed to, huh?
Yeah. That's a first.
I mean, honestly, this game is nice even when it's not working properly, but it's extra cool.
Oh, sure.
When it's doing what it's supposed to do, that's great.
Correct. Yeah.
I do believe next week we're going to be taking off out of Oslo. We're probably going to be flying the same airplane or something similar, anything that can maintain around 150 knots. Twin Baron's perfect. The Bonanza is also a good choice. The thing that Control Freak is flying right now, that Grand Caravan, also a great choice. Actually, that might be a better choice because it goes a little faster now. But count on that next week. We're going to be taking off out of Oslo. I'm going to try to visit Sweden. Sweden is kind of sandwiched in between where we are and where we want to go, so we might want to fly something slow like these. Have they given word yet as to what the next world update is going to be? They just had Germany. What's going to be next? Have they even said?
I haven't heard anybody say it.
They already got that world update, or I mean the sim update 4 they're working on. They're usually working on something else at the same time. Alright, looks like the final on the ball game. Spoiler alert if nobody wants to know, but the final is Chargers 27, Chiefs 21. Right on. Hopefully that was a lot of field goals.
No, it sounds like it was a pretty good game. Or pretty close.
Yeah, looks like it was actually pretty good. And I wasn't really rooting for Kansas City. I was rooting for their kicker, but not for the team as a whole, you know.
Yeah, this weekend between Packers and your team, the Lions, that ought to be a fun game to watch.
Oh, it'll be a great game to watch. I'm super looking forward to it for football's sake. And for my fantasy team's sake, boy, do I need to score a lot of points. I did what I usually do. This is probably maybe the 10th year I've gotten into fantasy football. And what I usually do is I usually just go all Lions. You know, this is the first time I had trouble getting all Lions. There was other people who took some of the Lions off my hands, and some of the real good Lions players aren't on my team, and that's going to hurt me a lot. But usually I'm the only person in the league that's even interested in the Lions, so I get everybody I want, you know. And also usually we do pretty good because in the past, not in the last couple of years, but in the past, the Lions are typically always playing from behind. You know, they're always losing the game. And when you're losing the game, you tend to score a lot of fantasy points, unless you're talking about defense. So don't take the Lions defense if you've got a time machine and go back a couple years. But usually if you're playing from behind, your quarterback is bombing it. They're doing everything they can. They're getting these big plays, and they're just doing everything they can to catch up. The game plan goes out the window. And usually playing from behind is pretty good. It's done me well in the past. Like I said, this year, the last couple of years, the Lions have been doing really good. And people are starting to sneak my players away from me. That's discouraging. But most of my points are going to come Sunday afternoon when the Lions play Green Bay. .35 out from Oslo. Reminder, we're coming in runway 01 right. If you need that ILS information again, I've got it right here.
111.95.
Correct.
11-degree course. Magnetic.
That is right on the money, my man. You must have wrote that down.
I know. I've got a photographic memory.
Like a steel trap, huh?
Yeah, I just forget what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I have a mind like a granite block.
Works well in water then, huh? Sinks right to the bottom.
Can you remember what it was that wasn't so good about that, the Sky Courier? I really liked that airplane, but there was something weird about it. That's why we stopped flying it. What was it?
Is that a test? You tested my memory?
No, but you kind of remember that though, right? There was some reason that was just like, when we were flying around Italy, we flew it like 5 weeks in a row. And it was great. I love that airplane. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind flying it next week. It's compatible with these, so we can mix and match, you know. But I cannot remember what it was that eventually I was like, you know what, next week we're switching up because this is too much. I don't remember what it was. Was it something to do with it not following the flight plan? It wouldn't follow your GPS line or something? Because if that's the case, that's not a biggie.
Yeah, that's, it may just because we were all having a problem back then. But I don't know. I don't recall exactly.
But I don't remember if it was the case that we would see each other as a weird substitution. Now that I don't like. I don't like that at all. But I don't think that's what it was. I don't remember what it was. I might just fly that next week just for the fun of it. I like that airplane.
But, yeah, it's a good plane.
I mean, you're the one that showed me, showed it to me. Yeah, it is a good plane. I like it.
I'm just happy I got my TVM 850 back from Black Square today.
Now you can use it in the new Sun, huh?
Yeah. I pulled my mixture out to, I guess that would be more lean. It's giving me a little bit more speed now.
Yeah, I noticed on this last leg I'm having no problem holding 155. Of course, I do have the throttle pretty far up. But on the first leg, I couldn't even hit 150. Same altitude and everything.
I'm hitting 156, almost 7 now. Kept you backed up to the Longhorn here.
That'll get you there.
I've been spending some time in the base sim TBM 930 lately. I can't find anything wrong with it, and it's fast. Get
what kind of-
230, 235.
235, really?
Yeah, single prop turbo.
Oh, the 930. Yeah, that's a good plane.
Oh,
I
it's
had
a great
that.
plane.
I had that in the. Well, I think it was a 9. Was it 930 or 950? I think yeah, 930. I had that in Black Square as well in 2020, but the only thing they gave me an email today to update my 850. I bought the TBN 850, so I did that one, and it works good now.
Yeah, I wasn't a
Yep.
big fan of the 930 in 2020, but this one in 2024, I can't find anything wrong with it. Everything works. It's a
Might check that out.
G3000.
I like that speed. That could actually come close to keeping up with the C-130.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
could.
It's in the neighborhood if we went slow, you know. All right, we're only 22 miles out. It's time to start thinking about descending. We have an elevation of 600 feet there at Oslo. So I'm going to bring this bird down to about 3,000 should do it. Also, we're coming in on runway 1, so I'm going to jog off to the left just a little bit, a few degrees. About a heading of 300. Lazerbolt's descending to 3,000. Should start seeing sign of this airport any minute now. It's a pretty big one.
What heading did you take?
I was originally at 300. Now I'm more like a 290. As soon as I get lined up that runway, of course, I'm going to turn final. Yeah, I'm not doing the ILS approach, if that's what you're wondering. If I was
Oh,
doing,
I got you.
yeah, if I was doing the ILS, I would have turned out way farther than that. I'm just assuming at these speeds, I won't have any trouble finding this runway. Laser's holding 3,000 at 11 miles. It didn't start getting hilly until we got right here, did it? These, I guess Oslo's right at the base of these hills. Pretty sure it's over here somewhere. Yeah, that's the one thing that doesn't work on my my home cockpit. The radio stack doesn't work in the new sim. I don't know why. It always worked in all the other ones. All the rest of them work great. Just by, I downloaded the drivers and bang, they all work perfectly. The switch panel, the autopilot panel, my HOTAS, everything works good. But my radio stack does not. So that makes it difficult to enter radio frequencies. Unless I want to do it in the game, which is easy enough. But that was always really nice to be able to enter your ILS feather, enter the frequency of the localizer right there on nav 1.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Most of the times I don't need it because it doesn't work in Hercules anyway, because the Hercules is all analog. Yeah, the flight plan is expecting me to come in on 19 right, but we're not doing that. We're 1 right. Laser is turning final, runway 1 right, Oslo.
It's a little bit of a tailwind, but it's 2 knots.
Yeah, 2 knots, whoop-de-doo. It's a big-ass airport, though, look at that.
Yeah, it sure is.
Holy moly, there must be a mile in between runway left and runway right. It's huge. You have to take a bus to get from one to the other.
That's so your wingtips don't touch.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. Mile final. Oh, I don't know. This don't look like too bad of a place to just park and watch everybody land. I'm sure the FAA will send us a fine for parking here, but that's all right.
We'll just tell them you were in charge.
They know me by now.
Yeah, talk to the man in charge, not us.
Bob coming in, looking good. Very nice.
Gonna see if this ILS lands me.
You're gonna let it
Try
go
to
all the
hands
way,
off.
all the way to the ground. huh?
Yeah, at least. Yep.
I'm just so used to turning it off about 100 feet above the ground, just from the FSX days. Back in FSX, it would slam me down hard.
It was dark for me coming in. Those runway lights looked pretty good.
Oh, that's right. You flew evening, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's got me in here just almost dark.
Well, that looked pretty nice, Longhorn. Put you right on the center line.
All I did was pull the throttle back.
Very nice. That's impressive. Because that's the way it's supposed to operate. And back in the day, it did not. It was a lot more clunky than that. Yeah, very cool.
And almost like I knew what I was doing.
Well, it looked like it. That's all
I
that
could have
counts.
landed that in the middle of I could have landed that in the middle of a thunderstorm and been perfect. Let's see. What's the easy way to get back there? Hey, there's a big golf ball back there.
Really? Is it really a
Like
golf
that,
ball, or
yeah.
it just looks like a
No,
radar.
well, no, it's one of those like. There's someplace else that has one. Someone, I know Half Moon Bay's got one like that, and I want to say somewhere in Florida maybe. Epcot Center. There's like a huge, big white golf ball on a tee. I'm sure it's some kind of like radar system.
Yeah,
Right.
I see it behind us.
radar
Yeah.
dome? Yeah, I thought that
must
was
be-
the ATC at first, but it is not. Looks
It's
like
for
a
Paul Bunyan
miniature,
to go golfing.
like a Epcot Center, little tiny one.
Yeah.
We will be departing from here next week, next Friday, so count on that. Oslo departure. We're going to try to hit at least one runway in Sweden and see what happens from there. I'm happy to report that Control Freak no longer looks like he's sitting in a lawn chair. I actually see your airplane.
No, yeah, I see the plane. Looks good. It's definitely a caravan.
You know what else? I can see his name
Oh,
tag
good.
too. And that's nice. I can see his name right on the airplane, so that's neat. Confusing why sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't, but it's there.
Weird.
Yeah, I see the name tag on your tail there, or the tail of your plane, I mean, but I don't see it on our airplane.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't even see my own, which is
Yeah,
unusual.
me either.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at mine. Maybe it's just the Baron can't show it.
Maybe it's
It's on
this.
my dash.
Maybe it's this paint job just doesn't show it.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
on my dash too. Yeah, well, the blue and white one, the Longhorns in, used to have our name tags on the side of the plane, but I don't see it no more.
No,
Yeah, I don't see it on my plane either.
I see something
I
written on
see-
there. It must be your flight number.
It has Beechcraft, and then it has Baron G58 at the back, and then the big B on the rudder.
It's a big
But yeah,
B.
my Longhorn's not on there now. Yeah,
Weird.
maybe they wrote it really small. Yeah, it's nowhere on my plane.
It's the kind of airplane I wouldn't mind having one of these in real life. This is nice. It's a good size, good speed. It has a terrific range.
Somebody got a jerry can so I can get some of his gas.
You just take the whole airplane.
Keys are in my pocket. Oh yeah, you don't have any writing on yours. I guess
No,
for
the
the
black ones
fancy
don't.
black paint job,
Right. They
it doesn't
ran
say
out.
anything.
They ran out of paint. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream at this point, but we had a good old time tonight. I know I did. Like I said, next week we're taking off out of Oslo. If anybody would like to join us, please do. I would encourage it. You can get the information for the flight in next week's description of the YouTube video there, and you can join us that way. You can hop on the game if you have Game Pass. That's a good cheap way to see if this is for you. It might not be for everybody, but if it's for you, there's nothing better. This is really cool. So grab it on Game Pass, leave a like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see you all next Friday. Good night, everybody.
That's all, folks.